Hey guys, it's been a few days since I've been out here, and so I came out today and worked a little bit, not a whole lot. I took my daughter to lunch today, and we had some pretty good discussions. And so got a few toys, new toys. This little guy right here is an infrared heater, and I'll turn it on. And what I got this for, I was looking at some, let's see, hopefully that's plugged in. Yeah, there it goes. Anyway, so I was looking at some, the big roll around heaters that, you know, you heat panels with and stuff when it's like they have at body shops and all that kind of stuff. And, well, come to find out they're not cheap. Matter of fact, they're pretty stinking expensive. But I was looking at them and they all run off infrared. And so I thought, well, I ran across this little heater here. It was like 19 bucks, and I thought, well, hell, if not anything else, I can put it next to my my paint gun to keep my paint, because when I worked at the body shop, a lot of times when it was cold outside, and their shop wasn't heated even as well as this one is, but they would they had paint cars year round, and so they would take a little heater or something like that and put it next to their paint stuff. You know, they pour their paint into their cup and into the gun or whatever, and then they would set it down and actually let the heat sit and warm the paint. And also, you know, warming the paint before you put it into the gun, just warming it up, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, I thought if I can't use it because ultimately what I bought it for was to heat the panels up. Because you see here I've got panels hung there, which I just hung them just to get them out of the way for the most part. But this little guy here, hopefully, and I may have to get two of them to heat enough of this. I don't know how well this will work. It puts out quite a bit. It's 800 watts or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But well, I don't know what I did with my little temperature gun. Anyway, I bought a couple other things. I bought some 1 gallon lids for paint. Instead of I have the little quart ones you guys seen. These are actual ones that you could put on a paint bank, basically. And I got them for a pretty good price, so I'm gonna have to obviously clean these out real good. This is kind of just scrapes out and falls off, but whatever it is, comes out pretty easy. But they're used, and these look pretty good, pretty clean. So anyway, I'll probably use those for the new epoxy primer that I got, the black, and that way I'm able to pour real easily. Also, I got this Uniburr, and actually my wife got this for me, and I had just seen it on, I don't know, I think Facebook commercial or something like that, and I thought, well, that looks pretty cool. Well, my wife went out and bought one for me, which is really cool, but I don't know how well it works. They seem to work good on the videos, but what they do is, and I'll show you here, you get a bolt, and say you got a bolt that the threads on the end are all smashed and messed up. So like this here, say you get one and it's just all smashed flat on one side. Well, you can put that in a regular drill and run it over that, and it chamfers the top and basically makes it to where it's like you take off those threads or whatever. I think it does several things you can do, but I don't. Yeah, it works on round bar stock, screws, threaded rod, all kinds of stuff just to chamfer it up and all that kind of stuff. But I think they're pretty pricey. I was surprised. I told her, I said, man, I would have told you not to buy that probably, because what I do, which most of you guys do, when I worked in the machine shop, say I had, well, perfect example, this thing's Well, let's just try this bad boy. Let me bring you back. Let's try it. All right, bear with me. I have never used this before. This is the first, so we'll see how it works. You can see this is flattened off, and if you try to start a nut on that, it probably would not really work very well. So basically what this does is you just run it down on it from what I saw in the video. Okay, then it gives you a new, it looks like it worked pretty good. I don't have a nut that fits it right off hand, but for a first shot at it, that's basically what it does. Is it chamfers you a new end on there, and then you can just screw your nut back on. What I always did working in the machine shop is if you got a grinder, and that's why I would have told my wife probably not to buy it, but because I still do this. Most of you guys probably do the same thing. Let me set you back here for a second. I need to clean some stuff up. So, let's take the other end of this little bad boy. And you can see it's just flattened off too, but basically just use your grinder wheel here. And I would clean this up. Clean up the end a little bit, and the thread that was messed up, and then I would put the chamfer that I wanted on it, put it in there and spin it. Okay, so it does the same thing. But maybe that's at a certain angle to where, I don't know. But you can see, I mean, that's, so like I said, I think she paid $40 or something for that, which I'd have probably stopped her because, yeah, this here will work the same. Now you can start your nut on there or whatever. But thought I'd share that with you. And I'll use it just because she bought it. It's called a Uniburr, but yeah, for the same price I think you could buy this, probably the whole grinder with everything on it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll use it just because I have it, another toy to play with. So let me get back to my original thought. I do not know what I did. There it is. That's what you get for being unorganized. So here's my gun. So this little guy here's been going for a minute. Let's see what we got going on there. Did that just say 800 degrees? Holy hell. Okay, so that gets pretty hot. Of course, that's right there. So my panels up here are about 65 degrees. This one's 65 degrees. So let me spin this around and let her sit on there for a minute and see what she gets up to. And while we're doing that, I will, I finished this. Sorry guys, I'm in slow motion today. You can probably tell. Finished this up today and welded all up inside. You can see that. It turned out real nice. I'm happy with it. Went ahead and rounded the edges here. I've got a little bit of stuff. I'll probably weld some of these little tiny holes here. You can see here. Just knock those off there. There's one here that I'm just going to kind of dress up a little bit. And then I've got a fiberglass to do the same thing I did to that one over there. So yeah, basically that's what I did today. Like I said, not a whole lot done. Been watching a lot of videos and stuff, so and kind of just relaxing, which has been good for me. And I got some mail today. Double R Restorations, Russ. He's building a Camaro, and it's a second gen Camaro. And I'm almost positive everybody that watches my channel probably watches Russ. And if you don't, you should, because his work is, if you want to see what quality work looks like and meticulous and just a craftsman in general, he's your guy. Because he does such good work, and he's really meticulous, and he has an amazing shop, and just a fun. As a matter of fact, I probably took a lot of ideas for my shop from his shop. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I did, because I was asking him about how he ran all of his piping and all that kind of stuff, and when I was trying to set up my dryer system, and I was contacting him about that and just all kinds of stuff. But his shop is really cool and really clean and neat and all that. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out for sure, and subscribe to him. And like I said, he's working on a few different projects, but mainly his second gen Camaro is what he's getting ready to kick off on. And he's just all around really nice guy. We got 77, 84. I mean, it's a little, and as it goes up, so it's just basically hitting down here where it's pushed onto it. So yeah, it's not really going to work good for, well, that's 77 there too. It's actually warmer than that. Let's see what this one over here is. 61. So yeah, it's catching these. So 63 on this side, and as it comes over here, because of this, it's actually brought it up. But I need the whole panel all the way to the top, and that's not really going to work out. So there you go. Like I said, I'll just be a little heater for my paint and stuff, paint gun or whatever. So didn't work out well as I thought, but like I said, I thought it was going to be bigger than that. It's just tiny, which I can't imagine for 19 bucks you're going to expect a whole lot. But anyway, you get what you pay for. I bought that at Northern Tool, and my wife's like, "We have so many heaters already. Why would you buy another one?" I said, "Well, this is an infrared heater, so supposedly it's what you need to help cure stuff, paint, stuff like that." And, well, you need a bigger one. So there you go. So there it is. What's done. I don't know if I showed you guys this. There's another guy named Mossberg or something. I don't know. He does all kinds of stuff, and he turned me on to this. This is called a. Can you read that? Uvex, but to me it's better than, because it goes around your face really well, and it's better than just the old little shield, at least in my opinion. So you can see there, it really encompasses and circles your face, and you can wear your safety glasses under there if you wanted. The only problem I have with it is I use these a lot, and it's really hard to use these with this face shield. And usually when I'm grinding, it's so loud that hearing protection is very important to me, because I'm losing my hearing. The older I get, the more stuff I've ground on, worked in machine shops and all kinds of stuff my whole life, sirens and the whole deal. So yeah, these hearing protectors are super important. And so, I don't know, I'm rambling. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go on that one, and you guys have a good couple days, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. See ya.